Today I am celebrating Wonderful Weirdos Day. What a peculiar choice for an international day of celebration. Uh, and yet I absolutely love it. It's something that is close to my heart because I grew up feeling like a weirdo, feeling that I was a bit on the edge of society, someone who didn't necessarily completely fit in. So when I moved to Brighton, which is a much more cosmopolitan city in the south of England, when I was 18, I suddenly had the feeling of, oh my goodness, I am not the only weirdo around. And I mean, our society is getting more weird by the day, so maybe people don't wrestle with this quite as much as they used to. But certainly for me, when I got to Brighton and saw people walking around with crazy haircuts and tattoos and very flamboyant clothing and just clearly different attitudes and a different openness that I recollect from my time in a much smaller town prior to that, it enabled me to feel at home, like amongst fellow weirdos, where I would be able to relax and explore and have fun a little bit more. So, what is it to be a weirdo? Well, it's really funny because as I was looking online for a thumbnail to go with the weirdos idea, I realised that there's actually very few pictures that are labelled for weirdos, and that's interesting because there are so many weirdos in this world today. And yet I suppose it's because of not wanting to be seen to label a group of people as weirdos, or this person is a weirdo, that you can't actually find many images if you search for that term. And I suppose that's for good reason, because often the term weirdo, when I was younger, the term weirdo was used as a means of shaming people. It was a way of saying you are not normal. Well, oh my goodness, that used to bother me when I was a younger person. Now I am so grateful to fully accept the fact that I am weird. I am weird unto myself. I am a mystery unto myself. I am strange. I barely understand who I am, even as a 50-year-old man. So one of the things that has struck me about the world generally, and what it is that produces this idea of being a weirdo, is the idea of normality. I wrote a few years ago a book called The Cult of Normality, because I think that our society over the last 100 years has developed this, and perhaps it's cultures as far as we go back, that there has been this desire for us to be part of the tribe, to identify with the tribe. And yet there are many cultures around the world that have developed a way to embrace eccentricity. I mean, British culture isn't too bad in that respect, or at least there was certainly a period of time where that was, I would say, more celebrated. I suppose it depends on the city, it depends on the place and the time. But for whatever reason, there are always some of us who, I imagine it's a lot of us, who imagine that we're not quite cut from the same cloth as the other people around us, and are often feeling uncomfortable as a result of that. So today is a day to celebrate your inner weirdness, your outer weirdness. Today is Wonderful Weirdos Day. Don't let the normies bring you down. Embrace your weirdness and enjoy Wonderful Weirdos Day.